Well, everyone, Holly Ann, with no E, Holly Ann Klein, since her accident, she has achieved partial recovery from injuries. Now, she talks about the accident in the chapter, so we won't jump in there. But she's also gained sole custody of her eldest grandson, Gordon, and has written 2 books, I Am Not Who They Say I Am, and 7 Times Saved. Her books inspire others to remain strong in times of adversity, be courageous, build their own inner strength, personal wisdom, be grateful, and appreciate all that life has to offer. She has recently released her own signature program, teaching others to find their own moral code. That's a big one. We're going to talk about that one. Their own standards, values, and how to implement strategies to help others remove the impact of negative words. Removing the negativity in their lives helps her clients reach and obtain their own dreams. So, Holly, thank you for helping the world, first of all.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's my pleasure.
I got to jump into this right away. Moral code. So I know from reading just a little bit about you, I don't even know how are we able to develop our morals when it seems that we witness things around us that kind of like just show us that they get hurt all the time?
Well, for myself, I've developed my own moral code when I was 8 years old. And what I did was I basically took a look at the people that who were around me, and I asked myself, who do I want to be when I grow up? And I realized that the people that were the closest to me in my family were not the people that I wanted to mimic. And I realized that I had to look outside in the community, and who was it that I wanted to become like. And when I found that person, I realized it was a police officer. And my family were very notorious. They were involved in some of the biggest gangs there is in Canada. And I realized that who they were, who my family were, and who their gang were, was not, it didn't mirror who I was inside. And I realized by looking inside of who, like sometimes you have a checklist of the things you like and the things you don't like. Mm-hmm. It's as simple as eating a meal. Okay, well, I don't like that item, but I like that one. And so when I did that, I realized that moral code is basically taking a look of what's inside you and what do you like and what do you not like. And when I realized that actually helps me create my moral code, and that's one of the things I teach others to expand on in their life, not just the food, but also who they want to be, and therefore they're able to arrange in their life what they want to accomplish.
That is, and thank you for doing that for so many people. You used a great example there. I want to dive into it because you literally were born into, like, your family, there's people around you, were born into a life, like you said, a notorious and gang. I mean, you were handed this identity, and this is what they said, this is what other people are going to think about you, this is what I think about you, so you have to think about this, and it felt wrong to you. It didn't feel good. That's a big thing to be able to hear that. So when you titled it, I Am Not Who They Say I Am, you were so young what got you to open up to hear your own voice versus believing what everybody else was handing to you?
Well, originally it started when I was about 2 years old, when I was sitting on my baby blanket, and I realized that what the partying that my mother was doing and how the men were approaching her and doing things with her in public in our backyard it felt uppy to me. And so I know that's not, I realized it didn't feel genuine of who I was, and so it was like, okay, something's not quite clicking here, and something's not quite making sense, but I'm going to go with it and observe what it is into her life and in their life that doesn't quite resonate. And so by the time I reached 8 years old, it started to make more sense that I am not who they wanted me to become, but I needed to become who I wanted to become. And that I, in myself, had a choice, and that everyone has a choice to make. Who is it that they want to become? Who is it that they resonate with, or who is it what meal do they want to eat versus what somebody else is telling them to eat?
And use that really good word, choice. I mean, we always think, we're flicking through television, right, or TV, and trying to go, okay, what are all my choices in movies? We have so many, or like you said, choosing from a menu. There's so many choices, but it goes way deeper, which is really, I think you need to be reminded that we have that power sometimes. You and I chatted before, and you do seem to attract and seem to work with a lot of people who have PTSD, so post-traumatic stress disorder. Is this because you yourself have it or had it, experienced it, or is it just something that you're able to help others with?
Yeah, when I was as I got older from the farm, I joined the cadets at 12 years old, and I was with the cadets for about 4.5 years, and then I joined the militia, and I realized though my family was notorious, I wanted to be in the military. I wanted to be a military police officer, and I joined, and I became a military police officer. Although I wasn't fully ordained, I was more like doing that job in that position, but I didn't have all the badges, and I didn't have all the education yet. I was on that
working on it.
Of working on that, and so when I went away with the military, I was shot at on the firing range, and I ended up getting 20 live rounds pointed at me by accident by the guy who was standing beside me on the firing range, and later on I was diagnosed with. So that's one of my. I have 7 times.
Yeah.
And 7 times saved is it's not not so much spiritual in religion aspect. It's 7 times saved is more. These are my 7 incidences that have occurred in my life. 3 times I've flatlined. And,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I came off a hill. It was really strange. My first husband and I had a hard. We were financially strapped, and we finally got the money to go on our honeymoon. And when we were coming back from our honeymoon, our car rolled over the back end, rolled over the front, and then we rolled 2.5 times and ended up upside down in the ditch.
Oh my gosh!
We ended up getting into the ambulance when I arrived, and I flatlined in the ambulance. I was revived back. And then later on in my book, it talks about falling 6.5 stories in the elevator and how I went to work and became paralyzed, and it took me 9.5 years to learn how to walk again. So all these incidents of being shot at and rolling a car and elevator accidents, it all mounts back to what my childhood was. It's okay, all these things have happened to me, but that's okay because I know who I am inside. And because of who I am inside and know who I am inside, it allows me to overcome and keep pushing towards my goals and my dreams. And that's what I try to, I have it succeeded in helping other people do, is finding who they are inside so that they can live their goals and their dreams.
I find it fascinating. I'm just like, I'm in my amazement, like, oh my gosh, this is like crazy stuff that's like happens. But it's also helping. It paints a picture for me to think, wow, when you really are anchored and it's like, hopefully we're not attracting all these things just to prove it. We don't need all that extra proof anymore. No more 8 for you. But well, you know what? And it wouldn't matter because you will still be you. And also, wow, your body is really, really like healing. It's healed through all these, because I see you scooching around, you're walking, you feel good?
Oh, I feel great. Yeah, I feel great inside and out because it's all within the code. It's all within. It starts at the twinkle of who you are inside, and everything that comes your way. And it's kind of like, have you ever seen that commercial where the band's walking down the street and you've got all these things happening to them and it just keeps walking?
Oh, right. Like he's in his own
what I
path.
teach other people to do, to keep walking. My program is called Keep Moving Forward.
Oh, I love that. Oh, goodness. That is, you just keep moving forward. I wrote something down that you just made me remember something you wrote, and I love about it's not who's beside you, but how far you go. Is that?
Yes.
Did I get it? Okay, good. Because I'm like, I can't remember because I love it. So, and I imagined at first I was kind of like, oh my gosh, it's like when you start a race. You know, you're down and you're getting ready, and you don't. To your left there's people, to the right there's people, but it isn't about that, is it? Like at all?
No, like they're there. It's who you bring into your realm, but it's up to you. I mean, I was born into this very notorious family, but they were to my left and they were to my right, and they were all around me. But it was who I was inside that allowed me to say, hey, these aren't my people. They're my family, but they're not my people. My people are people who want things in their lives, who know that even though all these things can happen to them, they know without a doubt that they're meant for more.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was very powerful. I could feel your heart opening, right? And softening, and others, that they're going to do that. What if right now somebody's listening and they feel trapped, like they feel like that, but they're aware that it's not for them? How do they safely go about? What is their first seed start? Like how do they start creating the life that they do want?
So what they do is they look within themselves and just kind of like what I did, because I was 2 years old, and my mother locked me in my room from 2 to 12 years old. With my twin sister, we were locked in our room for 10 years, and we couldn't even talk to each other. We weren't allowed to talk to each other. We weren't allowed to put our foot on the floor, or my mother would come back in. So what I did is I just turned my toe, and I looked inside who I was, and I just said, okay, I know I'm meant for more, so how do I get help? And eventually, it was the little things that made me feel good. It was the music that played when I heard music playing. It was like, okay, this resonates with me. I understand that by it resonating with me, I'm not alone. I know that I'm not alone. Somebody greater is communicating with was trying to blossom me or whatever. And it's the teacher. I had a teacher named Miss Salute before I was 12 years old, and she said, you know what, maybe you should join the military. It's a really good thing. And, I thought, oh, what a name for a teacher who's telling me to join the military.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Like, okay, so these are the little things that if they feel alone, and they open up and say, okay, yeah, those little things are trying to tell me it's okay, I can walk this path. And they can also, if they really, they can contact me. I have social media, and I'm here to help them, but I also want them to know that they're never alone in regards to walk the walk. You can do it.
Did you ever fear?
At which point?
Well, yeah, I guess that's. Right now, I'm thinking, my gosh, if I couldn't put my feet on the ground, I would be like, that's pretty much hell. But oh gosh, I guess in each one, how did you ever think, nope, this is the big one. It can't be worse than this. I should stay here. I should give up. This is where I should ever be.
No. Well, maybe a little bit, but then I thought, this is when I was 2 or 3, and I thought, why was I put into this situation? What is it about me that brings this essence of this into my life? And then I thought, you know what? It's like that race. It's not about what's left or right. It's what's in me. So, that's with it. I'm just going to go with it.
So it's a lot of self-exploring. It's a lot of whenever you were uncomfortable, because I love that word, by the way, you used the word genuine and not authentic, and I thought that was so unique. I really want to highlight that. So when you said, I felt this feeling, and it didn't feel genuine, it didn't feel mine, so if we can even get there, right, and then we start asking those questions, like, why am I put here? What's going on? What am I feeling? How can I get help, right?
Yes.
Those are the steps. When you say keep moving forward, that's the name of your program?
Yes.
How do you work that program? Do people join it, or do you have a coaching program or online?
It's a coaching program, and I'm a life coach now.
Yay!
I'm a qualified life coach, and so I walk people through removing the onion, so to speak, of taking those peels and take them off and find out who you are inside and really resonate with sweet of you. I really, really want to help. If I was listening into my core, it's just to really help other people reach their dreams. And doing it by word of mouth, by professional speaking, my book, and just talking with people and helping them find their butterfly, their true meaning of who they are.
You mentioned books. I'm so glad you said that, because you have a chapter in this book, but you also have like the solo books. Was that a really different experience for you?
The co-author or my book?
Oh, well, yeah, because you have your solo books, that's you just writing the whole thing. And I just wondered, how when you write just a chapter, is there still a healing process? Like this, because a lot of people are listening and thinking, gosh, do I want to write a book, or do I want to write a chapter? And what could you help and guide them to how that helps the writing process?
Well, writing my own book was really, really helpful in healing myself through the whole thing and understanding where I can help others. But writing with other people really built my network, and I've met some really wonderful people through co-authoring with Robert J. Moore and Travis Brown and Unstoppable Tracy. Oh my God, they're wonderful people, and it was an honor to meet all of them. So although writing my own book was very therapeutic, writing with other people was very motivating and inspiring.
That is a neat way of saying that. You know what? Writing your own book is therapeutic and healing, and then having a team around you is that support network, and also inspiring, because you get to meet some incredible people.
Yes.
And thank you. Thank you for saying, Robert. We want to give a little shout out to you, Robert J. Moore. He is just holding such space. He's created such a platform for all of us to come together. And I get to meet you. I would never have met you without Robert. Well, I probably would have, but you know what I mean? Like, it just helps pull it together.
Yes. I have met some really wonderful people, and I just want to shout out to all those people who are listening, and thank you for listening. Lisa, you're a wonderful person. I know some people that, like Jane and Steve Lowell, who are also my speaking coaches, and they wanted to say hi to you.
Oh, hi!
And Robert J. Moore, and there are some really wonderful people out there, and I just, people that know me know that I come with my heart, and I really want to help people.
You really do. And I want to highlight that people with PTSD, if they're struggling, if you do want to reach out to Holly. And what's next for you, Holly? Are you going to write another chapter and share it with us, or another book?
My daughter, Stephanie Rieger, she's my PR, and she's looking at writing a chapter in Robert's book. So I think the next step for me is helping my daughter write her chapter.
So I love that, like a coach. See, you just are stepping into the role naturally. And I wanted to share it with everybody listening too. This is why, Holly, I would love people to reach and connect with you, because when we can hear our own voice, that's probably make a really good coach, because we're not pushing, you're not pushing your views or anything like that on them, but you can recognize in another if they are being that genuine, authentic, if if they're letting somebody else tell them who they should be. You're really good at identifying that, I think.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. So everybody, I wanted to send that little, like, everybody, got to pick up any Magnetic Entrepreneur book is going to work, but the Women Leadership is where you're going to find Holly Ann Klein, and Klein is with a K, and just to reach out and just check her out, because you know what, I know you're open and just want to chat with people and hear what they're going through, but you really would like to do that, be their coach, and also just do the Keep Moving Forward coaching program. So if everybody can, how do they ask about that? Do they just give you a little message and say, I'd like to know about it?
Yes, they can contact my daughter, Sabine Hennessy. She's on my Facebook page. She runs my social media, and she's doing very, very well. I just wanted to put out a blast to her. Thank you so much.
Yay, what a pretty name. I love that name. Well, it's just been a pleasure having you and all the co-authors. You guys are a fantastic group of women leaders, perfect leadership. So thank you for all of this and your time today.
And thank you for your time.
No,
I really appreciate being on your show today. I really.
It's fun. We just fun. It's like a little playtime. I love it. So everybody, Magnetic Entrepreneur, Robert J. Moore has put out a series that is incredible. This has been the Women Leadership.